It's a collective acknowledgement that self-love flourishes not in the absence of flaws, but in their acceptance. Imperfections become stepping stones, not stumbling blocks, on the path to personal growth and resilience. Hello everyone, I am Business Boss and thank you for joining me today. In a world that often celebrates flawlessness and perfection, the journey to embracing imperfections and cultivating self-love becomes a profound exploration of self-acceptance and resilience. The societal pressure to conform to unrealistic standards can leave individuals grappling with a sense of inadequacy and self-doubt. In this narrative, we embark on a transformative exploration of the intricacies surrounding the theme of embracing imperfections and self-love, dissecting the challenges, witnessing the emotional upheavals, and teasing the empowering solutions that lie ahead. As we navigate the complexities and recognizing and accepting imperfections as a fundamental part of self-love, we will unravel the societal norms that perpetuate the pursuit of an unattainable ideal. Through personal stories and relatable experiences, we aim to connect deeply with the emotional struggles individuals face when contending with the societal expectations of flawlessness. The journey doesn't end there. We delve into the insidious trap of perfectionism, a relentless pursuit that can leave individuals strained, anxious, and detached from their authentic selves. Through witness accounts and a thorough exploration of the roots of perfectionism, we illuminate the toll it takes on mental well-being, hindering the development of genuine self-love. In the final chapter of this exploration, we shine a spotlight on the role of self-kindness in embracing flaws and mistakes. By sharing personal anecdotes and challenging societal narratives that stigmatize self-compassion, we aim to agitate the internal conflicts that individuals grapple with when considering self-kindness as a legitimate response to imperfections. Join us on this journey of self-discovery, where we navigate the tumultuous seas of societal expectations, witness the emotional storms of self-doubt, and tease the empowering strategies that lead to the serene shores of self-love and acceptance. Embracing imperfections becomes not only a liberation from societal pressures, but a profound act of self-love and acknowledgement of one's unique and inherent value. In a society fixated on flawlessness, the relentless pursuit of perfection can leave individuals grappling with a profound sense of inadequacy. The pressure to conform to unrealistic standards becomes a breeding ground for self-doubt, sparking a tumultuous internal dialogue. This lack of self-love, rooted in the belief that imperfections render one unworthy, serves as fertile ground for anxiety, low self-esteem, and an incessant quest for an unattainable ideal. Amidst the society glamour for flawlessness, countless personal narratives echo the struggle of individuals navigating the complexities of self-acceptance. Picture a scene where a talented artist hesitates to showcase their work, fearing it falls short of an unattainable artistic standard. Envision a professional constantly plagued by imposter syndrome, convinced that any misstep exposes them as unworthy. These personal stories serve as a mirror reflecting the challenges of embracing imperfections in a world that often values only flawlessness extensions. By sharing this relatable anecdote, we aim to create an emotion connection, fostering empathy and understanding. The societal canvas upon which individuals paint their self-worth is often tainted by unrealistic beauty standards, unattainable success metrics, and the constant pressure to fit into predetermined molds. Dive into the relentless comparison culture fueled by social media, where each scroll accentuates perceived flaws and amplifies the pursuit of an elusive perfection. Explore the emotional toll exacted by this ceaseless comparison, exposing the raw vulnerability beneath the facade of confidence. Unpack the mental well-being consequences as the relentless pursuit of an idealized self-image becomes a breeding ground for anxiety, depression, and a persistent feeling of not measuring up. Yet, amidst the chaos of society expectations and internal strife, there is a glimmer of liberation, the prospect of embracing imperfections as a cornerstone of genuine self-love. The upcoming discussions promises to unravel practical steps that act as a compass guiding the mindset away from the suffocating demands of perfectionism. Embracing imperfections emerge not as a surrender to inadequacy, but as a powerful assertion of one's unique identity. In this transformative journey, we teach the revelation that self-love is not contingent on flawlessness, but thrives in the acceptance of the beautifully imperfect self. Join us as we embark on the exploration of self-love through the lens of embracing imperfections, discovering the freedom that comes from being authentically and unapologetically oneself. In the relentless pursuit of flawlessness, perfectionism emerged as a formidable adversary to personal growth and self-love. The insidious fear of failure, an ever-present companion, can paralyze individuals, hindering their ability to explore their potential authentically. The unattainable standards set by perfectionism create a breeding ground for burnout, anxiety, and the distortion of one's self-image. The quest for flawlessness becomes a daunting journey, overshadowing the joy of the process with the constant fear of falling short. Within the shadows of perfectionism lie the personal stories of individuals caught in its unforgiving grip. Picture a dedicated professional sacrificing their well-being on the altar of unrelenting expectations, their mental health ending with each under demand. Envision a student fueled by the fear of not measuring up, sacrificing their well-being for the illusion of success. These stories humanize the struggle against perfectionism, revealing the toll it takes on mental health and the strain it imposes on relationships. Delving into the roots of perfectionism, we uncover a web of society expectations, the paralyzing fear of judgment, and the haunting echoes of past experiences that fuel its existence. The societal narrative, often centered around achievement and external validation, becomes a breeding ground for perfectionist tendencies. The fear of judgment, whether from others or oneself, acts as a relentless driving influence towards an attainable standard. Past experiences of criticism or unrealistically high expectations contribute to the development of perfectionists, creating a cycle that becomes increasingly difficult to break. The negative impact on mental health becomes apparent as perfectionism becomes a barrier preventing the authentic experience of self-love. Yet, as we navigate the labyrinth of perfectionism, a beacon of hope emerges in the form of self-compassion. The upcoming exploration promises a transformative journey towards breaking free from the perfectionist trap. In the forthcoming discussion, we unveil the keys to fostering a healthier, more self-loving perspective, one that recognizes the beauty in imperfections, embraces the journey over the destination, and liberates individuals from the shackles of perfectionism. Join us on this empowering quest to overcome perfectionism through the nurturing embrace of self-compassion, where self-love becomes not just a destination, but a resilient and compassionate way of navigating the journey. Within the echoing chambers of self-criticism, mistakes and perceived flaws can reverberate as thunderous condemnations, creating a hostile internal environment that stifles personal growth and impedes the blossoming of self-love. The relentless judgment individuals impose upon themselves in the face of errors become a formidable barrier, overshadowing the potential for resilience and learning. In this harsh landscape, the inability to extend the same kindness inwardly as one readily offers to others become a poignant challenge, leaving individuals in a cycle of self-denigration. Amidst the quiet chaos of self-judgment, personal stories emerge as beacons of vulnerability and truth. Envision a moment where a passionate creator crumbles under the weight of an artistic misstep, the internal dialogue echoing with self-doubt and harsh critique. Picture an individual navigating the complexity of personal relationship, haunted by the ghost of mistakes made and desperate for self-forgiveness. These stories illuminate the emotional weight of self-judgment, exposing its insidious impact on self-esteem and personal well-being. By sharing these personal anecdotes, we strive to create a space of empathy, allowing the audience to recognize their own internal struggle reflected in these shared narratives. The societal narratives surrounding self-compassion can be riddled with misconceptions. Society often perceives self-kindness as a form of self-indulgence or weakness, perpetuating the belief that individuals should be their harshest critics to drive improvement. Dive into these societal narratives, exploring how they contribute to the internal conflicts individuals face when considering self-kindness as a legitimate response to mistakes or shortcomings. Agitate the ingrained belief system that positions self-compassion as an unwarranted luxury, unveiling the paradox that kindness to oneself is not weakness, but an essential source of strength. In the tapestry of embracing imperfections, self-kindness emerges as the golden thread that weaves resilience and self-love into the fabric of personal growth. As we delve into the upcoming exploration, anticipate discovering the transformative power of self-kindness, practical ways to extend the same warmth inwardly that is readily offered to others, creating a harmonious and supportive internal environment. Join us on this profound exploration of self-kindness as a cornerstone of embracing imperfections, where self-love becomes not just an aspiration, but a lived reality nurturing personal growth with every act of self-compassion. Our exploration into the realms of embracing imperfections, overcoming perfectionism, and embracing self-kindness has been a profound journey into the heart of self-love. As we stand at the conclusion of this narrative, it is clear that imperfections are not blemishes to be hidden, but thread that weave the tapestry of our unique and beautiful selves. The struggle highlighted in recognizing imperfections, battling perfectionism, and practicing self-kindness resonate with the shared experiences of many. It's a collective acknowledgement that self-love flourishes not in the absence of flaws, but in their acceptance. Imperfections become stepping stones, not stumbling blocks, on the path to personal growth and resilience. The journey through the treacherous terrains of perfectionism has unveiled the toll it takes on personal well-being. Yet, the promise of self-compassion stands as a beacon, offering a way out of the suffocating perfectionist trap. By embracing imperfections, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of unrealistic expectations, allowing self-love to flourish in the fertile ground of authenticity. The vital role of self-kindness has been underscored as a transformation force in the face of mistakes and flaws. We've challenged societal misconceptions, recognizing self-compassion not as weakness, but as an essential source of strength. As we conclude, let this be an invitation to weave self-kindness into the very fabric of our daily lives, creating a nurturing and supportive internal environment. To continue this journey of self-love and exploration, we invite you to subscribe to our community. By becoming a part of our community of beautiful souls loved on Twitter, you join a collective committed to embracing imperfections, fostering self-love, and supporting one another on this transformative journey. Like, share, and subscribe to amplify the message of self-love, creating ripples of positivity that extend beyond these words. Let's continue this beautiful journey together, because every soul deserves to embrace imperfections and thrive in the warmth of self-love. Join us on Twitter at Beautiful Soul Love and be part of a community that celebrates the beauty in every imperfection.